right, so this is the official border of the BWCA, Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. We're entering now, and this trail is going to run through the Boundary Waters, I think, for the next 30-40 miles. I'm so excited to get back into the Boundary Waters. This place is magical. The entire reason I'm on this journey is because of the Boundary Waters making me fall profoundly in love with the North Woods and the wilderness. So yeah, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, it's a great place to start. Boundary Waters, if you want to start backpacking right off the bat, great. Otherwise, Boundary Waters is a great way to start too. And actually, I too did Boundary Waters years before I ever attempted backpacking. So this is great to be here.
No views this morning. We're totally socked in, which is its own kind of beautiful.
I'm gonna take a sacred butt kind of worm, some water, a snack or two, catch the view.
So we're hiking on a ridge right now above Pine Lake, and fittingly, it's crowned with these huge old growth pines, which are just amazing. Once in a while, you hike a trail and it kind of dawns on you while you're hiking it that you have managed to hike it at the perfect time. Like, I think this week might be the perfect week to be hiking the Border Route Trail. The weather is amazing. It's in the high 60s, low 70s. You know, we're coming through on this trail, I think, right after it's got its fall clearing. It's just in gorgeous shape. I had nothing to be afraid of on this trail. Truly, it feels gentle. The most annoying part of this trail, really, honestly, so far has just been that I'm taking a lot of cobwebs in the face because there's not anybody else out here. And I just want you to listen to something for a moment. It's real, honest to God silence. It's a precious thing. I don't think I knew how precious it was until this hike. I will say this trail feels gentle and easy to follow, but that doesn't mean it's easy. There was a lot of climbing today, but it was hard. I'm tired out. I'm ready to go to bed. Good night. We're socked in again. We're wondering if this little goose is lost or hurt or looking for a group to fly south with. You looking for some breakfast?
Weird.
I think we have a pet goose.
No, I was nervous. He was very bold last night too.
Huh, he's I've never had a goose come into camp to beg. He's definitely begging, or she. Sorry, city bird. We's backpackers. We don't feed wildlife. I'm gonna name him Hank. Yeah, is that right? Hey, Hank.
I think it wants to go take a nap in my tent. Oh my goodness. So we're all just buddies now.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. It's learned. I mean, clearly nobody's tried to hurt this thing or even chase it. Very interesting. Good morning. Oh, it's eating your rose hips.
Got my treat.
That was really nice of you. Check it out.
Didn't give it human food. I picked some rose hips for it, which was already eating. So that doesn't count, right? It's feeding the wildlife. I just lent it the use of my opposable thumb for a moment.
No, I think actually what this is the second end of the portage. So that's why there's sometimes a cleared area a little bit. Duder just asked me for my first autograph, which is very awkward.
It's awesome.
We just met these guys at Clearwater East. Good morning. They're really awesome. Thanks for letting us invade your camp. Good morning. There's old Canada. Across the lake. That's Mountain Lake.
The lake there, Canada. Yeah, so that's
Whoa. Wow. Set out from, I'm pretty sure I've been saying it incorrectly. I was saying Gojabic. I think what did we say? Kekekabic?
Kekekabic. We don't know.
We're gonna ask at Clearwater, they'll know. But we set out from there, and our plan was to do about 12.5 miles into a rest day at Clearwater Lodge today. Cannot recommend these guys highly enough. They're awesome, and I'm so excited to take a shower. Because Michelle, tell the people, how bad do I smell right now?
I don't think I want to get much closer.
like if you had to compare me to something, like what's the closest I smell to me?
Skunk, sour, dirty socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. She's the only one that's ever been honest with me about this too. I'm always
kind of a garbagey, rotten garbage smell. Yeah.
That's what it smells like to me.
Yeah,
That's what I smell like to myself right now. So when I can smell myself, I know that it's like real bad for everybody else.
I have a huge sense of smell too. But so when she gets ahead of me on trail, there's like a really safe distance.
She's been falling further and further behind.
No, there's the perfect distance. That's pretty funny.
Goodbye for now, BWCA.
Bye.
We'll see you in like 36 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm Eric. From most people know Clearwater, but there's a few out there that also recognize my voice from Tubble, a Boundary Waters podcast.
Yeah, it's really great. They do everything from detailed fishing reports. They rate campsites, which you guys do here at Clearwater too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
same reviews.
You tell grand adventure stories of survival.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and ramble quite a bit.
You talk a lot about beer.
Yeah, well, we have to,
You got sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to drink them. The fridge is full. I don't know what else to do with beer.
Well, I was too slow for us to meet up inside the Boundary Waters, but Patty and David, I got to meet up again here at Clearwater, and they helped me go get a new tent. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Hello. or goodbye. I mean, what am I saying? All right, getting one last real breakfast before I head back out on trail today. All right, I'm hopping back on the border route. It's about 9 o'clock. The plan today is to hike from Clearwater Lodge. We had a great rest day. And go to a campsite on South Lake. Yesterday I got to hang out with Patty and Dave. Yay! They took me all the way down to Grand Marais, which was unexpected. I got to do laundry. I was able to buy a new tent. Thank goodness. I feel so much better being out here with a fresh tent, because mine was leaking. And when I got back, I found a note from Michelle that she had taken off, and I will confess at first it was a little jarring, but respect Michelle. She wanted to go because she wanted to be able to do as much of the trail. The rest, she wanted to do the entire border route from McFarland to the very end at Magnetic Rock, which she wasn't going to be able to do if she had stuck with my schedule. So I hope you have a great hike, Michelle. It was great getting to hike with you. Thank you so much for all of the amazing trail magic. Michelle brought me a new water filter, fruit, Snicker bars. She upgraded us at the lodge, so we got to stay inside the lodge instead of the bunkhouses. So I can't thank you enough. It was great to meet you. And all right, let's hike through some mud to start with. This is the long portage. There's some flooding from beavers on it, and it's well known. I think I've only crossed this one time. I've only crossed it 3 times, but I've crossed this one time when there wasn't flooding. Almost stepped on this guy. Got real close. Porcupine number 3. It's a really pretty one. Just gorgeous. You are a beautiful porcupine. You're beautiful. You are. You look so healthy. Yeah. Its quills are like yellow. So cool. Fortunately, it's still going the direction I need to go. Rose Lake always has the best clouds. Just singing today. It's so beautiful out here. I've got this like happy thrumming in my belly going on. This is why I'm afraid of storms. All right, I've got a decision to make here. I was planning on camping on South Lake, so there's 2 trails intersecting here. We got the border route going this way, we got South Lake Trail going this way, and 4/10 of a mile down this trail is the apparently a beautiful site on South Lake Trail, or on South Lake. But it's only 4:30 and I'm feeling really good. Got lots of energy still. So there's another site 2.5 miles down the trail on Sock Lake. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but like this design seems like a real bad idea to me. Why would you why would you purposely remove the rain fly right where your head's at? Having a little camp chow cheddar grits tonight. Camp chow, I was like, I just have to bring some of this with me on this stretch because it's made up here on the Gunflint at the Trail Center. Also on the menu, some nice dried fruit from the Grand Marais Co-op. And vacuum sealed chocolate chip cookies from Dave. I just got a message from one of the Gunflint Rangers that they are not going to burn the border out anytime soon. So I'm safe. Ooh. Oh. Look like I'm about to tell a ghost story. Still getting used to this tent, you guys. I don't know. Okay, I'll just hold it. Ugh. Tell us where you hid the money. Why is this so difficult? Why? Okay. And really, all I wanted to say was that was a perfect day. Oh, I had a great night here at Sock Lake. This trail has been in such great shape that I'm almost to the end. I think there's only about 17 miles left. It's only like 12.5 miles up to the turn off the road to Gunflint Lodge. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get there. We'll see how the going is. So after Topper Lake, you cross into the part of the trail that was heavily impacted by the 2011 Ham Lake fire, I believe. There's a really interesting book about it called Gunflint Burning. The short version of the story is everything that I'm hiking through today, and a lot more, burned because one person left one fire unattended. The wind picked that burning newspaper up, blew it into the forest, and burned something like 80,000 acres or something like that up here. So hiking through here in 2017 was so hard. It was really, really hard. And it is so much better today. I'm so grateful to every single volunteer who's come out here and worked on this trail since I hiked it last time, because it is a totally different experience. From Loon Lake, the trail climbs up on the Gunflint cliffs. I haven't done this part of the trail because the first time I hiked it, the person I was hiking with wrenched a knee and we bailed off at Loon Lake Road. I had no idea. It was so awesome up here. It is amazing. Gunflint Lake is miles long. It really hadn't dawned on me until hiking today that the fact that there are, you know, people talk about big water in the boundary waters, and it's something you got to be aware of when you're canoeing, because big water can mean, just like on Lake Superior, you know, the waves can get really big, conditions can get dangerous fast. But man, I just hadn't appreciated how amazing it is that there are so many huge lakes up here. Down on the lake's edge right there. That's a Gunflint Lodge right there. So I gotta walk, I think it's like 2.5 more miles, basically down off this ridge to the west and then back east up a county road to get back to them. I could just go down this, right? I'd just go down. Look, there's some cliffs over there. I can just climb down. No way. Oh, it's hard to leave inside when it's raining pretty hard outside. So I made it to the Gunflint Lodge here last night and got a bunkhouse. And these are super reasonable. I think it was only $18. So I mean, that's less than some of the places I've paid to camp. Mostly ready to go. But yeah, I'm thinking might be worth having some breakfast before I go. I successfully waited out the rain. Yeah. And I'm gonna head off to do, I think it's the final 6.5 miles of the border route, and then I'm gonna hop onto the Kekekabic. I'm heading out from Gunflint Lodge. This is where, do you guys remember Cameron from the Pictured Rocks?
We're a Boy Scout troop from Gilmanton, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And we're at the Pictured Rocks National Lake Shore.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic time. Glad we could be here.
Woohoo!
And there's no bugs here, so it's awesome.
So this is where I was hoping to meet up with Cameron again, but he's actually got a couple days off right now, and he is off in the boundary waters. So Cameron, I'm sorry I missed you. Your compasses are worthless here. So magnetic rock is called magnetic rock because it's magnetic. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're right next to it right now. Come on. Whoa. Okay. The weather is being super changeable today. 5 seconds ago it was like bright blue skies and sunshine, and now there's dark clouds rolling over and a little bit of rain falling. It's totally cool. I'll take that. I'll take that over like a steady pouring rain any day. But it's also like the frustrating part about shoulder season is that you just have to keep changing like what you're wearing. It's not just that the sun goes away and it starts raining, it's also that it drops like 10 degrees. That's the end of the border route trail. That was amazing. That one's going in my top 5 favorite segments of this.
of the past 1,500 miles. I was, can't believe I was so freaked out about hiking that trail. I had nothing to fear. So now I'm hoping I have nothing to fear of the Kekekabic Trail. For experienced hikers only. I don't know, you guys, am I experienced yet? The absence of canopy has led to an explosion of undergrowth. Brief window in the waves of rain to set up my tent. There are some frost warnings while I'm out here, so it's going to get down into the 30s for the first time since the spring. So and because of that, for the first time since the spring, I guess, I am picking a campsite because it has because it's not as exposed. There's a really nice campsite here at Bingshik, right on the point out on the lake, and it's windy over there. So I'm gonna get behind a little windbreak instead. So the season is a changin'. In this cooler weather, one thing I'm being pretty disciplined about is I'm getting out all my down stuff as soon as I hit camp, so that it has time to loft. I was having issues with this quilt in the spring, not keeping me warm in 40-degree weather, which is probably part of the reason why I was so freaked out to come out here with it. But Enlightened Equipment was kind enough to stuff it with some more down for me, so hopefully it'll keep me nice and toasty into the 30s. And then I have a down sweater and down hat I use for sleeping. I remember the worst of the trail finding on this trail being between Bingshik and the Howard Lake campsite. So fingers crossed. Well, I'm just taking a little break here on the trail. Not feeling so hot. Kind of nauseous and sick to my stomach, and I was having a little bit of a stomachache yesterday, but to be honest, that's not entirely unusual out here. Sometimes I don't know if it's just the amount of exertion you do or all of the dehydrated food you eat or something. So it's not totally unusual, but the Kek has higher stakes than even the Boundary Water or the Border Route Trail, because the Border Route Trail actually has a fair amount of spur trails that cut off to the south, and there's usually an outfitter pretty close by. The Kek doesn't have any spur trails. It's just 40 straight miles. So once you're on it, especially once you're in the middle, the only way to get off is to either go back or forward. So I had these little electrolyte tablets, ate one of those, and just sitting here, and I feel a little bit better. Not sure what to do. The dreaded Seahorse Narrows. Not looking forward to this stretch of trail. It's like high grass all the way around the side of the lake. You can't see anything. There's a bunch of trippy stuff in it. Ugh. I'm pretty peeved with my body that it's asking for a rest day on such a gorgeous day. But what am I gonna do? So I kept going. I didn't turn back. I'm at Howard Lake, which is just 5 miles down the trail, and I just went real slow and careful. But I still felt, when I was hiking, I felt like I was like punch drunk, just not very steady on my feet. So
Just gonna take a rest and hope that I feel better tomorrow, and I guess if I don't, then I'll head back to the trailhead, which is only 8 miles away. I haven't gotten very far. All right, I'm gonna take a nap now. Well, it's the next morning. I got a good nap yesterday, but I didn't sleep very much last night because of the weather. I think I just don't want to admit the fact that I'm really not feeling great. I really want to keep going west, but I think my choices are stay here for another day, eat lots of food, get lots of rest, hope I feel better, and keep going tomorrow, or head back. So, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
All right, I decided to make the call to go back to Bingshik at least. But if I feel like physically I can do it, I'm probably gonna try to get myself all the way off the trail today. I don't feel worse, but I don't really feel a whole lot better either. So just for me, I just don't feel comfortable heading further down a wilderness trail that I can't easily get myself off of while I feel like this. So definitely by no means do I feel like I'm quitting, but I am making the judgment call that I don't feel like it's a smart decision to continue on right now.
Okay, I made it back to the eastern trailhead, and man, hiking was fine except for the fact that I felt like extremely nauseous the entire time and wanted to throw up the entire way. So I don't think I'm dying, but definitely not feeling good. So I'm hoping to get to Gunflint Lodge and get warm and cozy here as soon as I can. Which means road walking probably, unless somebody takes pity on me on a cold, gray day and gives me a ride.
Oh, it's a cold morning here up on the Canadian border. It's like 37. Holed up here in a bunkhouse. And ay Dios mío, I'm so glad that I made the decision to get off trail. Today has not been a fun day so far. I'm not going to go into details. I'm just going to say I'm real glad that there's a bathroom with running water nearby. Okay? Now I'm going to crawl into my quilt because these bunkhouses are not heated and get cozy. Look who it is! Hi! This is the amazing crew up at Gunflint Northwoods Outfitter. They have been so amazing to me over the past couple of days. And Cameron's here! Yay!
I see you again.
By towering white pines. Young ones. Goodbye aspens. Goodbye quiet country roads. Goodbye, buttercups. Look at you still holding on. Goodbye, wildflowers. Goodbye, lupins. Goodbye, asters. Goodbye, raspberries. Goodbye, mountain ash. Goodbye, birch bark curls. Goodbye, sarsaparilla. Hey, you remember that day I became convinced that you were stinging nettle for most of the day and was trying to avoid you in the UP? That was so funny. Goodbye, maples.
Goodbye, magical plant. I don't know your name, but I do know you can be used for toilet paper in an emergency. Hi, sassy red squirrels. Every time you guys yell at me, I love it. Goodbye, clover. Goodbye, ferns. I was here before you grew up. I saw you take over the forest, and now I've watched you die back.
I made the call. I'm going home for the year. I don't think I was ever going to get to a point where I really felt ready to leave the woods. Because I've just never gotten sick of them. But I actually seemed to get worse last night. Had a really rough night, and the major issue is I can't seem to keep food down at all, food in me. And I don't have an appetite at all, so I gotta be able to eat in order to hike. And conditions are also really changing up here fast. It's you know, it's getting down into the 30s and 40s at night, and again, to stay warm, I gotta be able to eat. So all of that is helping me to make the decision to end my hike, and I just want to say I am so grateful to everybody. Everybody I got to meet along the way, and everyone who helped me. I had an incredible time out here. Really sad it's over, but sure of my decision. Thank you all, to every trail chapter, every trail association involved in the North Country Trail. You guys are amazing. Everyone who's been reading the blog and watching the videos is just completely blown away by how dedicated you are to this trail and to helping the people who want to hike it. So thank you so much for everything. You're gonna make this trail happen just through sheer generosity and kindness, I swear. So thank you all. I'll keep doing some videos about adjusting back into living back in society and other trail related things. So bye. Hey guys, so what happened? I got Giardia. I have no idea how I got it. I was filtering my water, but man, you come into a lot of contact with untreated water. Fun fact, when you test positive for Giardia, you're going to get a phone call from your local Department of Health. Spent about 20 minutes on the phone with them this week, detailing every single water source I used for the 3 weeks before I got sick. It was a lot, and one of the questions they asked, is did you go swimming? Did you wade into any kind of water? And I was like, oh goodness, yeah, lots. I was thinking about that beaver flooding right at on the long portage there. I mean, there's stuff like that you're going through all the time. So who knows how I picked it up, but I did, and it was terrible. So these are the symptoms I was having. If you ever have these on trail, it might be what's going on. When I set out from Gunflint Lodge, I had a really bad stomach ache. And like I said before, it's not unusual to actually have kind of a little tummy ache on trail. So I didn't really pay much attention to that. But then I started getting really nauseous. And again, if you remember back into the Trap Hills, I talk about feeling pretty nauseous when I was in the Trap Hills, and knowing that can be like a hydration issue thing. So even that was kind of like, not sure this is something I need to be worried about.
but then the nausea got and the stomach pain got so bad that my appetite disappeared. I did not want to eat at all, and was forcing myself to. It was not fun. So those are the symptoms I was experiencing, and then I was getting pretty fatigued too. But so those 4 were what prompted me to decide to head back to Gunflint and kind of see what was happening. The 5th symptom, the one that made me decide there is no way I'm getting back out on a trail like this, was explosive diarrhea. Is that too much information? I'm sorry, but I just want to be honest, and let you know that probably for the first time since I was a baby, I was completely out of control of that function of my body. And I could not imagine hiking like that. I mean, even if I could hike, just feeling physically so bad, there's no way that I would want to be dealing with that. You could not dig a cat hole fast enough, okay, is what I'm telling you. Impossible. It would have been impossible. Ugh. Anyway, okay, so that's what happened. So I definitely made the right call to get off trail, and now I'm just at home trying to adjust back to regular life, and I'm doing okay at that, I think in a weird way, almost being forced off the trail due to illness kind of helped me not be totally crushed and depressed when I came back, because I was just so relieved to be at home, in a safe place, in a warm place, in my bed with a bathroom nearby. Yeah. Anyway, so I just want to say again, thank you everyone for following along. You made my hike so much better. Being able to interact with you guys, do these videos with you, it really made my hike a fuller experience. So thank you so much. And I want to ask you a favor now. Now here comes the part where I ask you for money. but not for me, okay? What I was hoping you could help me do is a little fundraiser for the North Country Trail Association. I would love for one result of this hike to be that we can generate some funds to help make this trail a reality, finish those 2,000 unbuilt miles, get some of that trail off the road that you saw me walking. So my total mileage for the hike this year was 1,506 miles. So I have a goal of raising $1,506 for the North Country Trail Association. So if you've enjoyed these videos, if you've been reading the blog, and you feel so inclined, please go make a donation. You can go to the North Country Trail. I think it's northcountrytrail.org. And then they have a donation page. And when you go to make a donation, there's a place to leave a comment. And in the comments, if you can just put Annie's Hike, they're going to track those donations for us so we can know when we've reached the goal. And I wish you all much, much happy hiking. I hope maybe a couple of you out there have been inspired to do an even longer hike than I managed to accomplish. I'm going to be doing a lot more hiking on the North Country Trail. And I hope I get to see you all out there. Bye.